Right, listen to this. My crypto bags took an absolute pasting last week.
Oh, mate.
And I swear down, I thought I was diversified, bruv. I had Bitcoin, some ETH for the long term, a few big name alts, and even a couple of DJ and low-cap plays. But when the market proper fell off a cliff,
Yeah?
the whole thing went down the drain together. What is that all about?
Mate, that is the classic blunder. You thought you were diversified because you had different tickers,
Right.
different names. But underneath, you're exposed to the exact same risk,
Okay.
the same factor. You basically own the same thing like 10 different times.
Factors. Here we go. Morgan's got his textbook out again. Layman's terms. Get me. Don't give me that CMT level 3 waffle.
All right. Allow it. Think of it like this. You've got a garage full of cars, yeah? A Beamer, a Merc, an Audi. You feel like a baller.
Yep.
You think you've got options. But if they're all running on petrol and the price of petrol triples overnight, you're not driving anywhere, are you? You're knackered. The cars are different, but the factor that drives them, the fuel, is the same.
Okay, that makes sense. So my whole portfolio was running on the same fuel.
Exactly. The biggest, most obvious fuel is the market factor,
Okay.
what the suits call beta. It's the tide that lifts all boats
Right.
and sinks them too. When the S&P or Bitcoin sneezes,
Yep.
pretty much everything else catches pneumonia. Your whole bag wasn't a diversified portfolio.
Wow.
It was just one massive leveraged bet on the crypto market factor going up.
So it was an illusion. How do I actually build a portfolio that doesn't fall apart like a house of cards?
You start looking for different engines. The godfathers of this, Farmer and French, found a few. The first one is size. Over the long run,
Okay.
small companies tend to outperform the big, lazy ones. They call it SMB, small minus big.
Right, I'm with you. That's like me trying to find a 100x low cap gem instead of just parking all my cash in Bitcoin. The risk is way higher.
Yep.
You could get rugged, but the payout if it comes off is life-changing.
I get risk and reward. You've got it. Next up is value. This is betting on solid assets that are just unloved, out of fashion. The market's sleeping on them. They call it HML, high minus low, because these things have a high fundamental value
Right.
compared to their low market price.
That's a tough one in crypto, isn't it? Value for us is like, does this thing actually have users? Is the protocol making money? Or is it just a meme with a dog on it,
Yeah.
priced for a trip to Mars? Finding a true value crypto is like finding a needle in a haystack of hype.
But that's the opportunity. While everyone else is chasing the shiny growth coins, the ones priced for perfection,
Yeah?
you're picking up solid projects for cheap. And you know what happens to those growth assets when the market gets a bit shaky? They get
Absolutely obliterated. Been there, got the t-shirt. What else you got?
my personal favorite, momentum. The simple, beautiful idea that things that have been going up tend to keep going up. It's the trend following factor.
So you're a man of culture, the ape into whatever's pumping strategy. I respect that. My man.
It's a little more systematic than that, but you've got the spirit of it. And the final key one is quality. We're talking about the titans, the rock-solid businesses with low debt,
Right.
stable profits, strong balance sheet. In football terms, these are your world-class, no-nonsense centre-backs. They won't score you a hat-trick,
Okay.
but they will win you the league.
And a quality crypto would be a project with legit tokenomics, low inflation, a team that's not going to rug you,
Yeah,
and a network that doesn't go down every other Tuesday.
you're on it. So, a robust portfolio isn't about owning 20 different coins. It's about owning different factor exposures. You want your speedy winger, momentum, your solid defender, quality, your undervalued workhorse midfielder, value, and your promising young talent, size.
Okay, my mind's expanding a bit, but how do I use this? I know the factors exist, so what? Do I just go out and buy a value stock and a momentum coin?
This is where you go from being a passenger to a driver. It's called factor tilting. You deliberately tilt your portfolio towards the factors that you think are going to do well.
Right.
If you think the market's looking peaky and a recession is coming, you might sell off some of your risky growth and momentum stuff and tilt your portfolio more towards quality and value.
So I'm making a conscious bet. I'm not just buying the market anymore. I'm saying, right, now I think the quality engine is the one to have, so I'm putting more of that in my car.
Nailed it. And for the proper nerds, the next level is risk budgeting.
Here we go. Don't lose me now, Morgan.
No, stay with me. It's powerful. Instead of thinking about how much money you put into an idea,
Okay.
you think about how much risk you're allocating. You decide, okay, 50% of my total portfolio's risk is going to come from the market just doing its thing. 20% of the risk will come from my bet on small caps, and 30% from my momentum plays. It's a game changer.
Hold on, that's actually pretty smart. It's like setting a risk limit for a whole strategy. I'm not just setting a stop loss on one coin. I'm deciding up front the maximum pain I'm willing to take from my entire low-cap gem hunting idea.
That is a perfect way of putting it. It ring fences your bets. It stops one bad idea, one factor getting hammered from sinking your whole ship. Your diversification is now on the level of your ideas, not just your assets.
That's mad. So all this time I've been running around thinking I'm a genius stock picker or coin spotter, but what you're saying is I was probably just unconsciously riding one or two factors, and I'm taking all the credit.
That's the secret of 90% of fund managers, mate. They look like gods, but a factor analysis shows their returns are just a blend of value and momentum. They're not giving you alpha, that magic unexplainable return. They're just charging you 2% for factor exposure you could get from an ETF for 0.2%.
So the real alpha, the holy grail, is the slice of return that is left over after you account for all these factors, the part that is pure skill.
That's it. And by building the base of your portfolio using these well-known cheap factors, you can spend your time, energy, and fees hunting for that little slice of true alpha, instead of paying someone to give you something you can get yourself.
It all makes sense now. So next time I'm building a bag, I'm not just thinking about coins. I need to ask, what factors am I exposed to? Am I building a balanced team for the season? Or have I just signed 11 strikers who are all going to be gassed out by half-time?
My guy, you've graduated. You're not just a punter anymore. You're thinking like a proper portfolio manager.
Big talk from Mr. Forex over here. But you know what? That was actually useful. Right, for everyone listening, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of this stuff with us, the link to the chat group is down below. Jump in, have a laugh with the mandem, and if you're signing up to a new crypto exchange, use our referral link, yeah? Helps us keep the lights on. Support the cause.
Now here's a question we'd like you to think about. Take a look at your own portfolio right now. Forget the names of the assets. If you had to describe it in terms of factors, value, growth, momentum, quality, size, what is the one hidden bet you're making without even realizing it? Let us know in the chat. Catch you in the next one.